Happy 4th of July, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Reviews, or as Will Smith would like to say,
Welcome to Earth.
Independence Day is a 1996 film directed by Roland Emmerich, I believe, starring Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, and was one of the highest grossing films in the 1990s, just behind Titanic, Jurassic Park, Lion King, and The Phantom Menace. As always, I'll try to keep this review spoiler-free as I possibly can, and with that, let's get into the positives. The first positive I have for the film is the fact of how the characters are introduced and how they're portrayed. Before we know anything about the characters, before we know their occupation, their skills, their line of trade, they're introduced as humans. They're introduced with their loved ones and the ones they care about most. So it helps us not only root for them because the world's fate is in their hands, but also because we genuinely care about their survival as a whole. My next positive of the film is going to be the comedy. All the actors had great comedic timing within the film, and I feel that there is a lot of comedy for any audience member, with actors such as Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, and Randy Quaid rounding out the comedy elements. It rounds out the film's comedic undertones as a whole.
That's what I call a close encounter.
And not only are the comedy elements done well, but the suspense as well, because I was very surprised in rewatching this for the review that it takes a fair amount of time for any actual threat to be confirmed. So the audience is built up with all this information of what possibly will and eventually does happen in the film. And backtracking a little bit, one of the characters that I want to look at specifically is Vivica A. Fox's character, who plays Will Smith's love interest in the film. I believe that she's very well used. In any other movie, her main focus would have been to get back together with Will Smith and reunite with him, but rather the film has her helping survivors after tragedy that happens. Now, my one mixed aspect of the film is believability. I believe the film is very believable overall. It's a simple premise and easy to follow. When I first watched this when I was 7 or 8 years old, I was not lost at one point of the plot. However, believability also is questioned a little bit based on some characters' connections with others. For example, Vivica A. Fox's character helps a survivor who is related to someone Will Smith is working with in the film. And, yeah. Finally, with the negatives, there are only really two. Some of the dialogue feels a little bit clunky in some areas. For instance, one character makes a bad decision and afterwards he says that was the advantage of being a fighter pilot in the Gulf War. You always knew what to do. Some lines like that do make it through the film, but the only other negative that I have, that's really no fault of the filmmaker per se, is some effects have aged worse than others. But aside from that, I believe Independence Day is a great film. It's an epic film. The sound, the music, the score, everything is utilized beautifully, and I believe everyone should see it.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to see my other videos, please go to my page, and I very much appreciate it. God bless.
This was supposed to be my weekend off. But no. You gotta come down here with an attitude. Acting all big and bad. And what the hell is that smell? I could have been at a barbecue. But I ain't mad. It's all right. That is all right.